2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Boston, the home of the Celtics. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Thrilled to be back in Boston. The Celtics ready for that home court advantage.
And keep in mind, just the two-game season series. This is their final game against this group, and they're looking to duplicate the outcome of that first contest where they played a terrific ball game.
And they better be ready for a counterpunch. They're going to see some adjustments, and then they will have to respond.
So, Tim, what stands out about both of these rosters is all of the talent coming off the bench.
Well, both benches utilize their reserves, and they go deep into that roster. A lot of production coming off the bench. And now it's going to be interesting to see, as they go at it, which bench unit is able to give their team the advantage.
And to have the right mentality coming off that bench, I mean, you got to be ready to go.
And I think the key is versatility. You've got to be able to check multiple boxes when you come off that bench for a good team.
An absolute bomb from three-point range.
I mean, how do you guard that? Tatum's range is off the charts.
And Murray, here we go. Pass to Ivy. It's stolen by Reddish. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Porzingis. Sinks the 15-footer.
And the soft touch for a guy Porzingis' size. He shoots it so well from the mid-range.
Ivy on the wing. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Tatum, good for at least one highlight finish a night. This guy is box office.
And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the four without question.
And that one's on the defense right there. If you let Adebayo get this close, he will punch it on you.
Celtics leading by 3. Tatum drives in. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And the ability to score in many ways. When Tatum drives with force, get out of his way.
Here he goes. It's stolen by Gonzalez. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Fires from the wing. Riza Shea wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I did speak with the Celtics head coach. We talked about how to play defense against DeJounte Murray. The coach said, well, DeJounte has made it no secret he plays better with the ball in his hands. So obviously, we want to force him to give it up and act as more of a shooter whenever we can. That's easier said than done, but even if it happens a few times, that can change the game. Back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Back to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Kuminga. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Tatum with it. He's picked up by Riza Shea. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And bringing the aggression and the energy. Two things you like to see from Porzingis.
Driving inside. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And here's the break. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
Caballo down low. And it's back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover. And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. changes here. Pelicans trail by 5. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Here's Fear. That's good on the jump shot.
It took a lot of confidence to take that shot.
Back to Reddish. From the arc. The rebound by Bataze. Pelicans trailed by 3. The shot and game clock separated by 4. To the inside. Back to Black. New Orleans moving it around. It's stolen by Reddish. In the corner, Tatum with it. Pass to Adebayo. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Well, you can't let that happen. That seems like a mental mistake.
Reddish with the ball. And Reddish with the slam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
It's the power of the two-man game.
New Orleans.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
And guys, they've done a great job beating their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
Here's Black, and he dunks it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Wow, what a play!
Unbelievable!
Tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups. And I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. Jordan Poole, he's never shy. He said the big moments, end of the shot clock, end of the quarter, the end of the game, those are nothing. There's real-life stuff that people should use the word pressure for. Basketball might be a little nerve-wracking for like 30 seconds. Back over to you.
He certainly plays without fear. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons, and his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
So both teams making some changes here. Tim, and maybe I'm asking the wrong guy this, but are teams relying too much on the three-point shot?
Well, I do think there are nights I feel it becomes a little redundant, but the skill level of these players, Kevin, has led us here. More guys are capable of making that deep shot, so I don't see it going away anytime soon.
And the skill required to do it, no one knows that more than...
Oh, man!
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. Butler gets a step. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Butler's got the lead up to 9 now for the Celtics.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Ivy. Pass to Black. To the left side wing. Here's Risacher. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, Risacher has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Back to Butler. Nails it from deep. Jimmy Butler.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct. Just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Pelicans trail by 10. Now Fears. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
A nice touch from Fears inside, showing that blend of skill and athletic ability scouts like so much.
Outside, Russell. Three-pointer. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Pass to Fears. Beyond the arc. And Jones pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Boston. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. And the Celtics lead by 13. Pass to Carter. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump there.
The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
Back to Wiggins. Right side, Butler. Shoots over Kuminga. And it's Boston with another.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Fears. 6 points for him. Count it.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Pelicans trail by 13. And the call will be against Brandon Boston. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the half. And here's Ivy. He's got 8. It's out of bounds. Okay, they say it was last touched by Ivy.
Well, that is the definition of an unforced error. It's very unfortunate, and the coach is going to have something to say about that.
Here's Butler, and slam dunk by Butler.
That's where Jimmy is at his best, attacking the rim.
And it's Carter missing.
Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
Back to Boston. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that concludes the first half. Celtics lead by 15. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And so, the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And so, the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Pelicans trail by 15. Murray surveying the D. Pass to Ivy. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Ivy's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Pelicans. so nice to see Jaden Ivey back in action, Tim, after suffering that broken fibula last season.
Yeah, Kevin, he was just hitting his stride when he had a very difficult injury. In particular, he was upping his shooting percentage from the field. Now he's looking to continue that momentum. Man, I mean, there's Athletic, and then there's Jonathan Kuminga. What a dunk right there.
Here's Adebayo. Second chance effort. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
Shoots a fader. That one drops for him. Adebayo's got his second basket.
Yeah, he's more than just an interior scorer. Adebayo also has a nice jump shot that he will work in there from time to time.
Here's Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Adebayo down low. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's Rizachet. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
They're on fire to start this quarter, and with each basket, their confidence grows.
Pelicans trailed by 9. Carter on the wing. Uncovered. Porzingis with the rebound. So it's Boston now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Now, here's Reddish. 6 points for him. Here's Porzingis. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you." Guys, back to you.
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
3 of his own for Tatum. That is you respond.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp. And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
It was an aggressive move that could change momentum.
Back to Butler. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Yeah, he's solid from out there. Wiggins just producing year after year in this league.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. A minute 20 left to play in the third. Black with it. 8 points for him. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got 5.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Pass to Bitadze. And stolen by Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Well, his team loves to see that. Wiggins attacking with force.
Black in the post. And he banks in the layup. Black's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Pass to De Silva. Drops in the tray. De Silva's got his first 3 points of the game.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
Well, the margin for error is getting smaller, so the stakes on each possession are getting bigger.
And that's it for the third.
50.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here is Russell. Pass to Wiggins. And Boston has it in the corner. Goes up from the top of the key. Yep, right through the net. Boston's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Boston. Black in the post. And it's Russell with the rebound. Celtics leading by 7. Pass to Wiggins. Going inside. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. The number 1 overall pick back in 2014, Andrew Wiggins. Certainly capable.
Elite length and athleticism. His shot creation is more good than great. He has that 2022 All-Star nod to his credit, and of course, a championship from that same season.
Here's Black. The rebound by the Celtics. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Butler. The rebound by Bitadze. Pelicans trailed by 8. A wide open look here for Fears. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Here's Boston. The wing jumper off target. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle steps for the Celtics.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. And Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Right side, Adebayo. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Pelicans trailed by 6. Here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
And playing with some force on the interior. You gotta love Carter Jr. playing with that level of physicality.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
And I thought that was going to drive. It looked good from here.
Took him no time at all on that one. And now a 9-point Boston lead.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Now Porzingis. A huge two-handed slam.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Wide open. Oh, the jumper goes. Boston leading by 9. Reza Shea with the steal. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Now Carter. 4 on the clock. And the 3 misses.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
Here's Tatum. And stolen by Fears. Fires away from outside. Rebounded by Tatum. The Celtics on offense. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. It's good.
Such assertiveness. This is why Porzingis is a go-to option on offense. Never afraid to take a big shot.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Down by 12. Now Batadze. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Celtics leading by 10. Tatum outside. Adebayo outside. Porzingis fires and get the 3. Pelicans trail by 10. Ivy sinks the big jumper.
And this young guy, Ivy, is doing anything he wants right now, dominating in effortless fashion. Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Here's Boston. Now here's Tatum. Fires. And he misses the J.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Stolen by Tatum. Now Reddish. Adebayo fires. Buries the deep ball.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
And he jams it in. And here's Boston. 9-point game. Tatum drives in. Porzingis. And it misses. Oh, he hits the deep 3.
3 points.
And so they foul intentionally.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Adebayo. 3. Good. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that about wraps it up.